live, but we have the Game Daddy's Amateur Hour logo up, so we're still not like being seen yet, which is good because I'm still wearing the onesie.
I mean, John Cena.
So I'm assuming you're not going to change in the.
John Cena.
I'm gonna change from here to the couch, so it's a little harder to see me inside onesie. Fun.
Is something my sister and I did several times while binge watching all of the Lord of the Rings extended versions on Saturday.
Oh, y'all had some time.
We spent the whole day. It was me, my dad, and my sister just watching those and giving commentary. And there were several times when my sister just yelled out, "John Cena!" And I immediately followed up with,
I almost forgot my beer in there.
Question: have y'all heard of the game Throw Burrito?
I've heard of it.
I saw y'all picture.
Well,
that shit looked interesting as fuck.
So I'm asking because they have like a normal one. They have a normal one where it's like you have to play a certain amount of cards, and there's like burrito war, burrito duel, and like whenever you grab that card, there's 2 foam burritos that you both have to pick up and like throw at each other and like battle with burritos. So yeah, these little burritos you have to like throw at people. See if I can do it.
Oh my god!
But yeah.
What a professional.
Thank
you.
you.
Do you have a YouTube
Hawaii
channel?
burrito.
Thank you. But so when we bought the game, inside it was like, hey, since you bought this game, you get like a free gift thing. It's not really free, but so I went to the website.
They give you a real burrito?
Yeah, I went and looked at the website, and it was like you can do like 10% off all of their games. So I was looking at it, and they have it like an outdoor version of that game, and it's like a 2-foot tall freaking like inflatable burrito that you can throw at people instead of the little mini ones. When I tell you I wanted to buy this game just to have a burrito in my house that big, I couldn't. It was like $40. I couldn't do it.
Are we live yet?
Yes, we have been.
Visually.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you, not visually.
I was going to ruin a potential Christmas present for mine.
Oh yeah, don't do it.
Person that has decided that he's going to pay attention, so I can't say anything right now.
Yeah, we have
It's pretty freaking sweet.
no one in chat right now, but they can go back and watch it. But Game Daddy Sandwich Hour has now been completed, so I'm going to give you your leader and savior, Game Daddy. Okay, bye!
And save.
Lord Game Daddy.
Uh-huh.
Lord Game Daddy.
Terrifying.
It's pretty hot.
Oh god.
Zach, what are you doing?
I pulled it up on my phone and didn't realize my volume was up.
That's the latest echo I've ever heard in my life.
What's up, you sacks of beautiful people?
Oh my god.
Hey Cal, I like your glasses.
You look cute as fuck,
Blue
Cal.
like glasses.
You do look cute as fuck, Cal.
God.
And Spider-Man.
Oh my god!
Really?
Oh, holy shit! If you weren't already married.
We're color twinning today.
You got the pizza and Spider-Man got the new flannel on. Oh man.
I've got beer and burgers on my pants.
I love
like because you were drinking beer and eating burgers, or because that's what's printed there.
Like look at my pants.
Oh well, actually, since you're showing off your
a little bit
pants,
of both.
Hold on. We are now on face cam, so Noah, if you would be so kind as to show Ash your pants again.
I got Mickey Mouse underwear too, if y'all interested.
So there's the burgers and beer pants. Ash, I appreciate you, and now you know for sure because we got Spider-Man. But also, hi, we're streaming again. It's time to play D&D.
What's up? I'm fucking ready.
I'm so excited. You guys
I've got a
have no
bag full
idea.
of dice now. I'm a goddamn professional.
Hell yeah.
I'm so proud of you, Noah.
Shit.
Where's your dice, Trinity? You got some?
Yeah, I do. Give me 1 second.
Trinity!
I prepped everything else!
She was so ready!
Oh, I love this.
Why we call it amateur hour,
Look at all
like
these
my ass has like
fucking
all
dice.
these stat cards made up. I have a tiny spell book. I have a couple sets of dice that are specifically for this character, and a special dice.
Trinity, please tell me that you just brought over a bunch of dice in a shiny metal red cookie tin.
Hell
yeah.
Because there's absolutely no cookies in here, but there's also no sewing materials.
And everyone
That
knows
is
that those are the
amazing.
2 things that go in there.
What
And
if
the
she ran
cookies
over with
didn't.
it with like
To
a
be fair,
Yahtzee game?
so there's a shitload of dice in here, but like these are what we used for our
Your
D&D
miniatures.
stuff. So,
I dig it. Lego
So
figures.
cute.
I do not
Cheap way to do
have miniatures for you guys yet, but that is a thing that I've been.
Cal, you remember when I got you that whole pack of miniatures and then we had to go quarantine?
I do remember that. That was
I
less
remember
fun
it.
than I wanted it to be.
like,
honestly, don't
like
think
the
these are actually
next
mine.
day.
But no, one thing. So, for those of you who are new here, Trinity, that's you, and anyone who's watching who hasn't been a part of stream before. This is Amateur Hour. This is the fight for Lyrra. This is Lyrra Volume 2. Super pumped about that.
Electric
But-
Boogaloo.
Yes, Electric Boogaloo, absolutely. But we took the entirety of the month of November off because I wanted to retool some things, and one of them is already shot to hell. Actually, not really. Yeah, we're going to do that.
You also got married.
I did get married. That's a big thing
You
that
got
changed.
married.
And you were playing in another campaign.
Yeah, and I'm playing another campaign that usually streams on Thursdays, but occasionally will stream late on Saturdays. But a couple of things, big things that have changed amateur hour wise. Not only am I in the process right now of working on merch, so we're gonna have some merch pretty soon. We're gonna start with some enamel pins. For those of you guys who like pins, we're gonna have those. They're gonna be awesome.
Fuck yeah.
We are also, I'm waiting for the email right now that we got approved, but we will be on Patreon as well, so you guys can join us on Patreon and hopefully get some fun little additional guys, some early access and
Bonus content.
exactly some patron-only content. So we will keep an eye out for the socials. We will be announcing when the Patreon goes live on the socials. That'll be fun.
I don't know his prices, but I know someone who does shirts too.
I like the idea of shirts. Let's talk to him. Because that's fun. But
I like.
shirts are things you can wear on your body most of the time.
What?
But now it's time to get down to brass tacks. Get down to the nitty gritty.
Mm.
Why we're really all here.
Like the way you talk.
Dungeons and
I like your funny
Words,
words,
Magic Man! So, to start, we're going to do some introductions like we always do. So, to where my pen is pointing, I guess would be right, is my good friend Zach.
Yeah,
My name's
one's
Zach.
answered the same.
Yeah, I know it's the same for stream as it is for me because it's watching off of my screen.
Should we
up.
introduce our characters
No.
or just us?
Nope, just you.
Okay, I'm Zach.
This is Zach. Underneath Zach is Noah.
I'm Noah.
That's Noah.
No, you're not your iPad 4.
Yep, that's
I'm
iPad
iPad
4.
4, bitch.
Directly under me is Garrett.
that'd be me.
Over there is Courtney.
My cats just went totally psycho.
Courtney cares more about her cats than anything.
I'm paying attention, I swear.
You'll
That just
recognize
caught me off guard.
you'll recognize these guys as our usual suspects, but we have added someone new. This is Trinity. She is a good friend of mine, and she has joined up in the party this evening and will be playing this campaign with us.
I'm super pumped.
Dunk182, iPad 4 is your favorite player. I appreciate that greatly,
What
and
up,
so does
Josh?
iPad 4.
iPad 4.
Hell yeah, I've got 4.
4.
But yeah, so this is our cast of players for this campaign. We'll very likely be doing some guest spots along the way, and normal shit. But this is our core group. So why not get into it?
Hell yeah. Let's fucking go.
So
Hell yeah.
we are once again in Lyrra. However, with a little bit of retconning, it has been turned from a continent into a country. We are no longer the only ones in the world. And there's my wife. Hello, wife.
My wife.
That one's Josh Scott.
Boo.
Hi,
And the-
lover.
And then the
No,
one above
woo to the wife,
Josh's
but boo
Ash.
to the Borat impression.
Hi, lover.
Beautiful rat.
But yeah, we're back in Lyrra, the country of Lyrra, not the continent. It has been about 15 years since the end of our last campaign. That's in D&D time. I know it feels like that in real time, but it's just... So 15 years or so since the fall of Truix. In that time, the major cities all around have come together and formed what's known as the Council of Four. We've got baby, can you hand me? Is my little orange notebook over there? Hang on.
Oh, yes.
I did world building, but I forgot to put it somewhere that I could easily access it.
Shame on.
That is exactly what I need.
It's pretty hard to grab a world. It's understandable.
You'd be surprised when you're a godlike cow.
Nope. Excuse me. That was horrifying.
I loved it.
That was lovely.
So, yes, the Council of Four has been formed, with the 3 of the 4 seats being held by the heads of the largest cities. So Sylvaris Morningstar is on the Council of Four. For those of you who don't know, that was Naoma's mother, who in our last game was reincarnated as a gnome, which is hilarious because she's Queen of the Elves.
Yes.
We've
Mama!
we have, let me see here.
Board management is fine.
Hold on. So, I forgot to write their names down. But we've got the Sylvaris, Queen of the Elves, the head of the city of Tindamil. We have one of the Aarakocra from the Northern Territory. The country has essentially been split into 4 main territories. There's the Northern Territory, which would be represented like where Gordy's village was. We've got Tindamil to the east. We've got a half-orc gentleman from the south. And then from the west, we actually have a Dragonborn. The head guy on the council, at least. So the council split up: Font, Tindamil, the Northern Territory, and then the head of the church. So after Truix fell, the country came together and formed what's called the Council of Four, which I said. That includes the leaders and then also the head of the church, because since Truix was a demon, the council decided that the best way to combat demon is with religion. So the Cardinal Vicar Arturo Bentanassi, he's a human cleric. He sits on the council, and ultimately most of the decisions that are made around the country fall to the decision of the church. All of the cardinals, the local cardinals, and the church leaders around Lyrra, they're seen as kind of like protectors and not necessarily like a police force, but definitely looked up to in the community.
Not a lot of Jews in Lyrra, is there?
Oh no, there are some. I mean, you're there.
Hidden stuff.
Fuck.
They're around.
They're around. You just gotta know. You just gotta know who to talk to.
It's like drugs.
Trash fucking garbage. What's up, bro?
Trash fucking garbage.
Yeah, trash fucking garbage
That's
is in chat.
Alonzo.
Alonzo's in chat. Hell yeah. So
It's Alonzo, so it's trash fucking garbage.
So
Yeah.
we actually start on the northern side of Lyrra. We are working our way out of a small village by the name of Windspire. There's a main path that leads out of the town, and this turns into one of the main thoroughfares between the main hub, intellectual hub of Font, and Windspire to the north. As we kind of swoop in over the road here, you guys all see this small shape walking on the road. And Courtney, if you wouldn't mind introducing your character.
Okay, so what you see is a gnome. She's about 3'2", dark hair, dark eyes. She's got dark hair that's kind of put up in this messy bun, and she has it looks like a blackened twig sticking out of her hair, and she's got these little glasses. She looks kind of like this.
Okay.
That's my mom. She's but a little bit younger. She looks like she's like maybe late 20s, early 30s. And she has this giant, it looks giant next to her cat. He's like gray, looks like a fluffy Maine Coon kind of cat with bright blue eyes. And he's walking right next to her. And they look almost the same size. She's got just like a basic button-up shirt, leather pants. She looks like she's just going on her first adventure. Giant backpack full of books, and a little crossbow slung across her back, and what looks to be like a little satchel to one side. That's like a little bit flat, like it's almost like a suitcase, but not quite as square. A little bit flatter.
Cool.
Yeah.
And your character's name?
And her name is Phyllis Pingoon.
Hell yeah, Phyllis. Okay.
Did you say Pingoon?
Yes.
Pingoon. I will change my name for it.
Pingun. It's like...
I will put my name on my thing.
Pin gun.
Yeah, it's like somebody doesn't know how to spell penguin.
Exactly. Like they tried for penguin, but they were writing in cursive and they forgot one of the bumps.
Penguin.
Penguin.
Pingoon.
Was not close, but that's fine.
I've had about enough of you already. Anyway, so Phyllis, as you are walking along, you have lived in Windspire for a little while now, and you recently went through a little bit of a breakup. There's nothing tying you there anymore. And you have started to work your way towards the city of Font. There are more intellectual opportunities there, and also there is an event going on in town in about 3 days, which is about how long it'll take you to get there. And as you are walking about on your little road, I want you to do a little perception check for me.
Okie dokie. Ooh, my dice are nice to me today. Perception, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Oof. Okay. So as you're walking,
Yeah, natural 17. That was nice.
As you're walking down, you see that there are some. You've moved out of the kind of forested area that was around Windspire, and it kind of levels out, and you are now in what looks to be a little bit more of kind of farmland.
Okay.
You see that the land is flattened out. There are crops growing. And with a dirty 20, you actually see that there is, kind of off to one side, there's like a little bit of a rundown kind of farmhouse. And you see what looks to be another cat inside the farmhouse.
I don't know, Moonbeam. Should we check it out?
Buddy, come here.
Okay, let's do it. Phyllis will start to approach the farmhouse.
All right.
And we'll send. I'll send my familiar Moonbeam up just a few feet ahead of me.
Okay.
She'll let me know if anything is wrong.
Noah, can you do a perception check for me, please?
I got you. Oh my god, 17.
Hell yeah. Okay, with a 17, you are.
It's not usually hard to spot Phyllis. She does have a little bit of she has an earring that jingles a little bit when she wants it to. There's just a little bell earring in one ear. So sometimes she jingles.
Okay, cool. So Noah, your character is, kind of keeping to yourself. You're just bearing down, trying to get what you need done so you can go and lay down for your nap today. And you hear a little jingle, and out of the corner of your eye, you see this Maine Coon cat just walking right up to you.
So as a cat, can I talk to it? Or no? Because I don't have speak with animals. But...
So Phyllis would be able to talk to it telepathically. Moonbeam would likely understand Common because it's been spoken so much by Phyllis, but would not be able to talk back.
Okay, cool. I just start having a normal conversation with it, and when it doesn't respond, I just fill in the blanks.
Cool. So would you mind describing your character for everyone, please?
Yeah, I am a kind of a scraggly looking orange cat, and just have on suspenders, a little folded up, at the bottom, and my left eye twitches a little bit.
So what race are you?
I'm Tabaxi.
Yep, he is a kind of homebrewed variant. He's a house cat Tabaxi.
Okay.
Nothing
So
changes except his size.
I'm like 3 foot, 4 foot little.
Yeah. So he's about the same size as you, Phyllis. So you, as you approach, you see this orange cat wearing overalls stand up from what they were doing and turn around and just start having a conversation with himself at Moonbeam.
Through Moonbeam.
Just for a second, I'll put my hand on the door frame and go into Moonbeam's eyes for a few moments and see what he looks like from there, and then I'll just come back.
All you hear is,
Hey, how's it going, little buddy? Oh, you're doing good? Oh, it's a good day outside. Good day for farming.
And Noah, would you announce your character's name for everyone, please?
oh, Squanchy.
Squanchy and Phyllis. All right.
More commonly known as iPad.
More commonly known as iPad.
They know me in the streets as iPad 4. They do fear that name. I don't mean to brag. Other farmers hate it.
Other farmers hate it.
You can call me iPad.
Licks my lips after that.
Squanchy, can you do a history check for me, please?
Yeah, that's in wisdom, right?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I have to find it. I think that's -1.
You have a proficiency in perception. It's a 1 + 1.
Look at you breaking
then
even.
that's an 8.
An 8. Neat.
Neat.
So you remember hearing, because you're on one of the main thoroughfares, right? So you remember you were out farming one day. You're out tending to your beets, and
Beet
you
farmer.
heard adventurers walking by saying something about the city of Font. But you don't remember what, and you don't remember when.
Heard.
But you know there's something to do with the city.
Gotcha.
So Phyllis is gonna peek her head in the door and say, "Oh, hello." She hasn't really actually looked at Squanchy yet. She's just been around the corner like, "Hello."
I glance at you, look at the cat, and say,
Is she yours? Oh,
Yes.
she is? Oh, what's up? How's it going?
Well, it's going well. Are you all right?
Nope. How are you doing?
I mean, that's a loaded question.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Right.
So, you're in my house.
Well, yes, I heard some. I thought I saw another cat in here, and I thought maybe you might want a friend, but it obviously not just a cat. So
I'm a tabaxi.
yes, I've read about you. I haven't seen one of you before, though.
All right. That was a lovely interaction. That made me really happy. We are actually going to... I'm going to roll my first die of tonight. And we are going to kind of aerially... We're taking off from Squanchy's beet farm. And we're traveling south. Quite a ways south. And we are going to the city of Tindamil. The elven city, the arcane center of Lyrra. And we are actually going to go past it a little bit. And we are going to drop down into the druid village to the south. So we see the village of druids. If you guys remember from the first fight for Lyrra, which I know a lot of you don't, because Trinity was so kind to point out that Twitch only saves videos for 14 days and none of them got posted, so they're all gone. But for those of you who tuned in, there were druids that lived here, and this is where Melora died. Sun Daddy came down and saved everybody. But, so we cut down and we go into one of the homes in the Druid village. And we see an elven woman.
Real quick, can we pause for Buddy Appreciation Day?
Oh, yeah.
I
There's
was
my dog.
just admiring.
buddy, appreciated.
You guys are applauding. He is currently masturbating. Look at that. Look at that jerking
What a
off.
champ.
Yeah.
Jerking off for the internet. I always knew he was going to be a porn star.
Boy.
Buddy.
Get that fucking
That's
nut.
Yeah, get that. Get that, boy.
They're applauding him, not me.
You said you always knew he'd be a porn star?
With how much he jacks off, yeah.
Continue your game.
I got in
Yeah,
trouble.
buddy, the porn star.
Anyway. So
Y'all
we've
are gonna
got-
get reported.
Maybe. So we're in one of the homes, and we see this tall elven woman. She has long kind of silver hair, and she's standing at the stove making some food using her druidic magic to, create fires and create food. And sitting at the table behind her, we see another shape. And Trinity, if you would like to introduce yourself and describe your character, please.
So I am, you see a robe, kind of a cloaked figure, big gray cloak, covering most of, kind of bundled up, and as if they're really cold, and I see really warm toned skin. I am an Asimar, or an Asmar, however you want to say it.
Yeah.
And just kind of sitting there curled up with a book, and you can't really see much of me because I'm all like bundled. Think of like burrito in a blanket, really big cloak. So
And what is your name?
my name is Rend. Real
Rend.
easy.
Rend.
Rend.
So, Rend, as you sit at the table, just nose deep in your book, your mother turns with the food that she's prepared, and she goes, "Come on, Rend, you have to eat."
But like, do I have to eat right now? Can I just like eat later? Like,
Well, that depends. Do you like cold food? And she sets the plate down in front of you and the plate down in front of herself as she sits down at the table. You know those words aren't going anywhere.
yeah, yeah, okay, Mom, I suppose. And I'm gonna take my book and like kind of tuck it away, and you can't see where it went, but it disappeared in that cloak. And I'll kind of bundle a little bit and sit to the dinner, or sit down to eat dinner.
And she goes, "Thank you. You know you'll need your strength. You've got a long journey ahead of you to get to Font."
I know, and I know it's going to be a long journey, and it's been a long time since I've left, and it's a little bit daunting.
As it should be. If you're not scared, your dreams aren't big enough. Or some such philosophical nonsense, something of that nature.
Yes, Mom.
Good. Now finish your dinner, and we'll get some good sleep tonight. You leave first thing in the morning.
Maybe like a little past first thing.
Fine. Second thing. And she starts to just eat her dinner, and you know, she's a good mom. She does what she can. You've never really known your dad, so your mom's kind of all you've got. She's been taking care of you as long as you've been. So, you guys are eating, and we are going to come out of the village, and now we are going to work our way to the north side of Tindamil. We are deep in the forests surrounding. We are in some of the most densely forested, hard-to-get-to spots in Lyrra, and that is exactly what I wanted to see. I already started describing it. I don't know why I rolled. We come across an old abandoned tower. Now, some of you, this character included, may have been around when Truix came, and you would recognize this from the stories as one of the towers where he used his teleportation crystals. Now, you've also heard stories of the great heroes who cleared the country of Truix's influence, and this place has not been used in a long time, but we kind of work our way up to it, and we see through one of the kind of beat up windows, we see a frail old figure. And Garrett, if you would like to describe your character, please.
My character's name is Henry. That is the only thing he knows about himself. He is a 120-year-old human. He is a sorcerer, and his revelation through his hermiting, he understands that his memory is gone. So he knows nothing about himself or what has happened to him or why he has these powers. But he's 120 years old and he's a human sorcerer. Humans aren't typically sorcerers, so he is kind of aware that there's some weird thing about him.
Humans also aren't usually 120.
Yeah, that is also true.
Got good genes.
He's average height. His back is a little hunched over. He typically wears an all black like cloak type outfit. And as you zoom in on this place, he's just kind of rummaging around the ruins, whispering to himself, making nonsense. He doesn't really speak common. So yeah, that's my character.
Cool. So, Henry, you are just kind of wandering. You know, you've been a hermit for...
Applesauce and cream and chicken. Where is...
Yeah, you don't know much. You know that you like to walk around, and you know that you feel pretty safe in this place specifically. That's about it. But I do want both you and Zach to roll perception checks, please.
It's a dirty 20.
Cool.
16.
All right. Brandon. Yes. Henry, do me a favor real quick and roll me a bacon check.
Bacon check. That's a 9.
All right. There's no bacon. Sorry, Brandon. No bacon. But
There's no bacon? Where is bacon?
Czar turns over in his grave.
Kevin Bacon?
But with your perception checks, you guys are both able to kind of suss each other out. Zach, your character hears kind of the mutterings and ramblings of a crazy old man as you approach this tower. We'll have you introduce your guy in a second. And Henry, as you're fumbling around, you happen to move your eyes past the window, and you see out the window this person. And Zach, if you'd like to describe your character, please.
Of course. So my character stands approximately like 3.5 feet tall. He is a Lightfoot halfling.
We're all so little.
His
Why are you
name.
so little? Why are you so little?
Why you so
Why are you
small?
so tiny?
Boy, you looking
I
small
love
as fuck.
My character's name is Bobby Bravo, but he goes by Boots. When he grew up, he kind of grew up in a encampment with a lot of like Tabaxi warriors and everything, and so
Is
he
he a
learned
Tabaxi?
very tough upbringing.
Him's a halfling.
He had to
I
kind
was
of be
half-
strong and everything, but he saw a lot of violence from the warriors, and he wanted to turn against that. So he actually found a Tabaxi monk and started studying under him. And so he only really gets mad or angry, kind of dips in that deep hole when him or especially a friend is threatened or hurt. Otherwise, he just tries to be overly nice to everyone.
So, Boots, you hear an old man rummaging around this abandoned tower, and then you see the old man rummaging through the tower. You see him through the window, and you see that he sees you as well. And on Henry's side, you see this little 3.5 foot tall something.
Einstein's theory of relativity. I must get Henry seems excited by seeing something that looks otherworldly to him. So he runs down to greet.
Okay.
Whatever.
Like old man runs or like actually runs?
Like sprints. He full on sprints.
Oh,
That's
He is in
exciting.
peak physical condition.
That's terrifying.
I love
Besides
this
being
so much.
120, Like,
Okay,
his
to be
body
clear,
looks-
do you look like a
his
120-year-old
body
man?
looks like it's being forced to move, if that makes sense.
Then
It does
yes,
not
he
look
looks like.
natural for him to be running like
So it looks like Zenyatta running.
Yes.
It more looks like someone under like they're possessed, like their body just like it should not be as powerful as
Took
it
off
is.
without them.
But
I
like,
just like-
you could see, he could probably jump like 10 feet. With no
It looks
problem.
like Slender Man running at you.
Oh, I was gonna say it looks like that guy from.
It's like the first time you see Yoda move in like the prequel movies. You're like, whoa, what the fuck?
What
He
the
can move like that?
fuck?
I'm picturing him running like the guy from Get Out.
From Get Out? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sprinting.
Dude, same,
That's how it
same,
would
yeah.
look- That's how it would probably look to Zach,
Yeah.
but to Henry, he's just excited.
So Boots, you've got this old ass man. Just
He looks like a
hauling-
corpse.
He looks like a corpse. You've got a corpse sprinting at you at full speed.
Boots is definitely taken aback at first. Like, hello? Fuck.
Applesauce and cream and chicken.
Boots definitely sees this as now a friendly encounter, and he kind of reaches in his backpack, and he's like, applesauce. Like, holds a little cup of applesauce to him.
And applesauce.
Sorry.
So
Bottom feeding trees and leaves equal dirt.
I know, I could take you to trees.
So, Boots, you recognize almost immediately that this man has no idea what's going on.
Oh god.
But you've also been sent by the tribe to go and introduce yourself, kind of as an emissary.
Cat, say what's up to my roommate Kyle.
Yeah, what's up,
What
Kyle?
up, Kyle?
Hi, Kyle.
Hey, girl.
But you were sent kind of as an emissary of your clan to go to the city of Font to meet the new. Brandon says hi, Kyle.
Hi, Brandon.
To meet the new cardinal for the city, or the new high priest for the city.
You wanna go to Font, friend? Friend?
Fun.
Roll a history check,
What one?
Henry.
Garrett.
Hold on.
I should also put out there that Boots is not the brightest person.
That'd be a 7.
A 7. You have something triggers in your mind, and you recognize the name Font.
Fun.
But that's all you get. You just know that Font is something.
To font?
Aunt. Friend.
Death.
Oh. Boots takes a step back.
Good choice.
Man, guys, we made some crazy ass characters this time.
I'm excited.
What have I gotten into?
Ah, Trinity, welcome.
Magical deity.
If it helps, Phyllis is relatively regular. Like she's just a chick.
It's okay, I'm not, so it's alright.
I'm gonna be
Brandon,
the only somewhat normal person.
Brandon in chat says this game of word association is amazing.
Death.
Boots is gonna take out like a little piece of paper and attempt to draw a picture of a city, but it's really just like one of those really crappily drawn houses that's just like a square and a triangle.
And with a
Roll,
window that has a little cross in it.
Yeah. Like,
Roll
font.
roll a performance check.
Performance. Oh. Okay. What is my performance? +0. Fuck yeah. That's a 16.
Okay. So you're actually able to draw like the skyline of Font, and it's sort of recognizable. It doesn't look totally just like a squiggly line.
There is one squiggly. It's actually a bird.
You're an artist.
It's like you were trying to do those kind of pictures where you don't pick up your pencil, and so
Yeah.
you just like drew a little bird up here and then kept going.
Henry sees the skyline of Font, and it like fucks with his brain a little bit, and he just looks at it and he says, "Hot pepper mustard, wonderful."
Hot dog.
Okay, so I feel like that means he's probably gonna go with you, right? Or is that just something?
Henry understands what's your halfling's name?
Boots.
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 Bobby Bravo Boots.
Henry understands this small person's words,
Cool.
and by the drawing, he will come with him.
Cool. So Boots, you've got a traveling
feels
companion. Rend, you are leaving in the morning. You'll be leaving on horseback. And then Phyllis, you and Squanchy are going to end up heading to Font as well. You guys all get to the city a couple hours before nightfall, the night before the big ceremony. You're able to find places to crash, and you actually all end up at the same hotel. You guys are all in the same building overlooking the big kind of town square with the university. Hi, baby. And because that's where the ceremony is going to happen tomorrow. So you take your rest. You wake up in the morning. Oh, she's making faces at the dog.
Sorry.
I was just staring at her lovingly the entire time.
It's weird because my camera is inverted. Like, he's over here. He's on this side. But it's weird because looking at my camera, my hand is pointing in the opposite direction. It fucks with me sometimes. It's just whatever. I'm not used to this. I haven't streamed in too long. But yeah, so you guys all wake up the next morning, and let's see. You guys are awoken to the sounds of kind of pomp and circumstance as everything starts to really get going for this introduction of the new high priest, which you guys all know. Actually, roll me a history check. Phyllis, roll with advantage.
History.
Yes.
It's gonna be a 4.
Dirty
That was a-
Just like
So
my
there was
iPad number.
there was a 2 and then a nat 20.
Okay, cool.
I got a 15.
Plus 7.
-1, so
Minus
19.
1. Fuck yeah.
So we've got 2 nat 20s, a dirty 20, and a 15 and a 4.
Well, yeah, technically, sure. 19.
You pass the DC Trinity. What more do you want? You guys, those of you who are not Squanchy, you know that. I guess Henry,
That's not me.
you wouldn't really know either, just because you have nothing. So Phyllis, Rend, and Boots, you guys would know that this is the final high priest of the Cardinal Vicar's personal kind of guard. This is the last one of those being brought in, and it is a gentleman by the name of Nirush Goldjaw. He is a copper dragonborn from the island of Corvas, and he is being inducted into the Cardinal's personal group.
This morning, Boots definitely made like some eggs and bacon and biscuits for Henry.
Henry's woken up by his heart beating.
Well, we're in a hotel, aren't we?
Yeah, there's no continental
Like-
breakfast here.
There's no.
No, this is the
Or there
cheap one.
is.
No continental breakfast.
I have a beet in my back pocket, and I just start gnawing on that bitch.
Like an
That's
apple.
okay. I don't eat breakfast.
Yeah, but with
Phyllis
cat
has-
teeth, so I'm
Phyllis
sitting there
has
just like
rations,
mashing
like-
it a little bit.
Phyllis is like gnawing just chewing on a granola bar and reading a book.
I offer. What's your cat's name?
Moonbeam.
Okay, cool. If I see Moonbeam, I offer her a beet.
You do not see Moonbeam right now.
God damn.
Yeah, so Henry wakes up because his heart beat.
It only does that once every so often.
Yeah, maybe once a day.
Usually in the morning. Scares him awake at least.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you're a 120-year-old human. Noah, Ash would like to know if Squanchy is trying to fuck Moonbeam.
You'll have to stay tuned.
Please no.
Check out our Patreon.
Moonbeam is a fake creature. She's not even a real cat.
Oh shit! Okay, keep talking me
Please don't
up.
fuck my familiar.
I'm sorry. Your familiar can make her own decisions. Let's keep going with the story.
She really can't. I make decisions for her. She's my familiar.
Okay, I know who to talk to.
She
then.
can act independently of me. However,
I have missed you so. Anyway, you guys
sentences
are all...
I never thought I'd have to say. Please don't fuck my familiar.
I'm just saying, maybe you need to grow up and realize love is love.
I'm not even going to touch that one.
I'm just saying, I'm just playing, please. Please don't make that canon, please. Please don't.
That's going to be a sticker.
No.
You
Please
just need to grow
don't.
up and realize that love is love.
No, please don't make that canon for him. I'll need that. He has enough problems.
Yes. So you guys wake up in your various ways. And as you look out over the town square, you see that the festivities are about to begin. And so you all venture out into the town square. And you all end up next to each other. Oh my god. It's like I planned
crazy.
it or something.
I immediately recognize the tabaxi. Boots does. He's like, friend. And I offer him a chocolate chip cookie.
I take the chocolate
Do bring
chip
Moonbeam
cookie.
out to like walk around me and clear the area so people don't get too close to me.
So if I see you, first off, I would see your cat and want to pet it. But second off, I'm like 6 feet, so I would probably like see you. And if you go to get, any whatever, I just like kind of shuffle my little cloak so people like kind of move out of the way. Like, hey, here, let me just shuffle some room for you.
Boots like sees this cloak and gets happy because he has not really a fancy tunic, but there's like a smiley face and a winky face on each side, and he immediately tries to make friends with her and be like your tunic.
Mine's very plain. It's very plain, but it's very large.
I take the cookie from Boots without acknowledging him and just look at Henry and do, you old!
Mayonnaise.
Oh, it's a clever guy. Okay, and I stand next to him and hold his hand.
I like to think of this as...
I start stroking his back because he's a cat. And my hands are freezing fucking cold.
I like to picture this as a mom, her dad, and like the 3 little shitlins that they're watching.
I just looked down at him and I said, pickled relish.
As he goes to pet me, I kind of like flinch out of the way constantly, but I stay holding his hand.
Hell yeah.
And then look at Boots and say,
Grandpa's a little touchy, huh?
It's special. I'm special. My mom said so.
No, I like the mayo joke better than that, but okay.
Oh dear God.
Mayonnaise and French fries.
This guy gets it.
Crazy me.
What in the actual fuck have I done?
You let a character that speaks in condiments hang out with a crazy cat.
That's true. That's very true. I did do that. I did actively do that.
Has Boots seen Moonbeam?
I don't know. Did Boots look over past Henry?
I mean, I would assume so, because we're all in a group.
I am
Oh.
bent down petting Moonbeam, if
Well, there you
allowed.
go. Sounds
Okay.
like you saw the
I
cat.
also take out a little can of tuna from my bag and set it on the ground for Moonbeam.
That's
I,
super cute, but Moonbeam does not respond at all.
I look very
Henry's
sad.
a little triggered by tuna because that's his like do it chant. It's like tuna, tuna, tuna. So when he sees you pull out the tuna, he's like a little taken aback by it.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, tuna? Oh,
Yeah,
no,
let-
not tuna, tuna." I'm like, "Tuna." Okay.
I let go of his hand and ask him why he's afraid of fish.
Are you afraid?
Ketchup and mustard, baby.
That's fair. That sounds like a scary story. I get that. All right.
Everybody do a perception check for me, please.
Lost the dice.
11.
Dope.
3.
Wow, a pair of threes that came out at the same time.
9.
Oh no, wait. 5.
14. Look at that. Double digits.
So, Trinity, you said 19?
19.
Cool.
I'm rolling really well. This is great.
You're rolling
Rolling so
really well
poorly.
in an episode that's going to have 0 combat. So, so Phyllis, you and Henry are kind of too enamored with what's happening around you. Boots, you're I mean, you see a little bit. You see that there's kind of like a stage setup, and you see that there is there are some folks on it. You don't know who they are because you're not looking at them. Squanchy.
So looking at Moonbeam, slightly sad.
Yes. Squanchy, you look up long enough to recognize the Cardinal Vicar and his three out of the 4 high priests. And there are a couple other people up there who you don't really recognize. But Rend,
Is it the Dragonborn dude?
Dragonborn dude is not there yet.
Okay.
Rend, you see all of the stuff that Squanchy saw, but you see that kind of towards the back of the stage, there are 4 kind of, they look like elves. Got hair tied back, looks blonde. One of them has silver hair that's tied back. And you see that they are wearing sort of nondescript clothing. And you can tell that it's kind of nondescript on purpose. And you... actually, roll me an insight check real quick.
They're very chalant about being nonchalant.
Yes, they're wanting to be obvious about not...
Overly chalant.
Yes.
10.
10?
Overly chalant. I suffered from that.
so
Yeah, I'm
you-
just a little over chalant.
All my life, I've been overly chalant.
so you see these guys, they're standing, like I said, kind of towards the back of the stage.
Very chalantly.
Very chalantly. But you don't really catch any vibes from them. You're not quite sure what's going on with them. You can't really tell.
An empty vibe check is a vibe in its own.
True. But then all of you guys, your attention is drawn to the stage as the Dragonborn priest walks up on stage. He's got this kind of brown, bronzy, metallic skin, and he wears white robes with this blazing sun in gold emblazoned on the chest. And he has a chain around his neck that has, it's made of gold as well, and there's scales on, not like dragon scales, but like scales on it.
Oh, okay.
And you guys,
That's sketchy.
Yeah, you guys see him come on stage, and the ceremony begins, and the Cardinal Vicar introduces himself, and introduces Mr. Goldjaw. Introduces Goldjaw to everyone, and then the ceremony continues. Rend, you still kind of... There's something about those guys. You can't quite put your finger on it, but there's something about them. And then the ceremony, all the pomp and circumstance happens. It's a relatively short ceremony for it being the church. Normally you guys would expect, at least those of you who know what's going on, you guys would expect it to be much more long and drawn out. Just a lot more. This feels kind of like it may have been... Yeah, anticlimactic. It feels like it may have been kind of a rushed event.
Little cut short.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought it was very good.
Good for you, Dum Dum.
I'm assuming there is it. I'm assuming there's some kind of like music.
Yeah, there are
coming around and.
Yeah, there are groups of bards around who are playing the same songs, and you can tell that.
Toss a coin.
Religious celebration, but it's like a festival type thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
it's a short one.
Well, the ceremony itself is short. You guys are still partying after the ceremony.
It's like when you go to if you go to a real Catholic wedding and you've got to do like a whole rosary and 14 Hail Marys or whatever, but then you go to like a regular wedding and it's like, hey, do you cool, and then it's done, and you're kind of like, oh, there's not another 3 more hours of this ceremony.
Exactly.
Seems sus, but all right.
Exactly. So yeah, the ceremony ends and you guys are kind of free to roam the streets, enjoy food, enjoy music. I would like all of you guys to roll another perception check.
3.
Another 15.
Cool.
Y'all so much better than me.
What'd you get, Courtney?
19.
Cool.
Another natural 20.
Jesus.
Y'all ridiculous.
18.
Y'all gonna share your loaded dice. That's come on. Y'all can't be the only ones with it.
So you guys see... now see... Well, yeah, except for Squanchy. Squanchy
like cleaning my butt.
You're all about like playing with that cat. I am up there. I'm looking.
I'm licking my ass right now.
So all of you guys see... You guys, except for Squanchy, you guys all now see the same 4 people
the
who were
Chalant
on the stage. The Chalant folks.
Codename Chalant.
You only see 2 of them, and they're standing next to an alley. Rend, with your natural 20, you see the other 2 are down the alley, and it looks like they are not alone. It looks like they have there's a third person back there with them.
Are they like looking suspicious at all, or?
You're still pretty far away. You can't really tell.
Boots thinks they're playing checkers.
Wander that way through the crowd?
Yeah.
Rend feels an ice cold hand on her shoulder. I'm trying to get her attention.
I'm assuming you're yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's cold enough.
I'm gonna jump a little because I don't get touched much.
Caviar.
So
caviar.
I'll jump a little and then like kind of look behind at you.
So I say caviar. I'm like, come here. And
Caviar.
What?
ketchup and pickles. I kind of motion like I'm gonna go with you.
I'm holding your hand again, and I just say, "We're coming."
Okay, that's fine. Then
By the end of this
Play it
season,
cool,
I really
I
want
guess.
Henry to make a book and write all the condiments he uses and like a list of words they mean.
you're gonna have some like I am Groot, pickles,
Right.
pickles.
Pickle.
As we walk, I angrily
pickles are
explain
very
what caviar is.
Angrily.
To
You said
me?
what?
You explained
Yeah.
what caviar is to me?
Yeah.
You said what when he said caviar? Caviar is fish eggs.
Okay.
Fish
That's a little weird, but okay.
Boots, Phyllis,
Fish
are you
eggs
guys
are
going
weird.
too?
Okay.
They're a little weird.
Are you guys going?
It's gonna like follow
we're gonna-
behind
I'm
them.
gonna,
but
like-
I'm gonna send Moonbeam right next to Ren's feet, and just kind of follow like 20 feet behind.
I'm gonna assume she's trying to walk next to me and just
I'm-
start talking to her.
Boots is kind of following right next to Phyllis, and he takes a little umbrella out his backpack and like extends it to block the sun for us as we walk.
That's adorable.
I look over at him and I just gently touch his.
So is there like something around, they're standing by an alley. Is there anything around this alley that's like festival wise?
Yeah. So this
Like
part of the town, or the city center, there are some like stands set up, and there's a cart over here where the guy's got like watermelons and pineapples, and it's fruit cart, and there's a couple of carnival games over on the other side. There are a bunch of little halfling kids running around over there playing the games. And-
So whatever the cart is closest to that alley, like is there one like in close proximity? What my thinking is, I'm gonna like beeline for that cart as like I'm already fairly excited about being at a festival, so I'm just beeline for that cart, but also like side-eyeing those guys in the alley.
Okay.
Makes sense?
Yeah, so you beeline for the melon cart, and I want you to do a
like
deception
cabbages.
check.
Okay.
Sorry.
I purposely didn't say cabbages because of that.
15.
15.
We can read between the lines, Cal. We know what our cabbages
Cabbages.
Yeah, so you guys, you successfully trick the guys into thinking you're looking at the melons. One of them kind of glances over at you. It's one of them that doesn't have the white hair. He's got blonde hair pulled back. He glances over at you, but you're looking at melons.
Henry
Always
uses
looking at
his
melons.
mage hand to attempt to steal a melon.
Okay. Let's see. Roll stealth.
Can I see this?
It's my mage hand, so probably not.
It is a spectral hand.
It is.
That is 18.
Okay, yeah, the shopkeeper only rolled a 10 for his perception, like the cart keeper. So you successfully swipe that is a cantaloupe.
Okay, so I've got my hood up, I've got my cloak on, and you guys just see this fucking like melon just like float underneath my cloak, and now it's just kind of like bouncing around inside there. not like viciously, it's just like kind of roaming around a little bit. So like there's just an orb kind of rotating around in my cloak. It makes a little bit of bustling.
I look at Boots and say, "Where'd you find this guy? That's fucking awesome."
But did tower. He was in a tower. He ran at me.
You found an old man in a tower and you just took him?
He's a nice guy.
Nice guy? Cantaloupe!
That's what I said.
Ken!
Boots is gonna try to buy a melon.
Okay.
Okay.
Do that?
Good. Well, Boots still thinks those guys in the alley are playing checkers.
You successfully spend 2 copper for a. That's a watermelon. Good
Fuck
job.
yeah. So this watermelon is like half my size.
Can I make another? Oh, sorry.
He thinks the guys in the alley are playing checkers, and he wants to like be friendly towards them. So he's gonna start walking towards them with the watermelon.
Okay.
Phyllis is gonna send Moonbeam next to him.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep a very close eye.
So
I'm gonna follow Moon.
Okay. So
I'm
everyone...
just gonna stand right in front of that fucking melon cart and just keep doing that thing.
Okay, so everyone but Henry and Courtney, you will make this roll for Phyllis, or not for Phyllis, but for Moonbeam.
For Moonbeam?
Everybody roll perception.
Finally, dirty 20.
By the way, Henry's face is just
Flat the whole time.
I got an 18.
11.
13.
Okay,
Moonbeam got an 11.
so Squanchy and Boots, you guys see it's weird. You guys see like a little puff of smoke, and then there are only 2 people in the alley.
I thought you said there were 2 people there to begin with.
There were 3 people in the alley. And then there was a puff of smoke.
Did I see what they looked like before they disappeared or anything?
No.
Said no.
I start to fumble the watermelon, and then I point where the smoke is. I'm like, he's cheating. You can't do that. That's not how you play.
The guys at the end of the alley whip their heads around. They're like, they kind of look at each other, and they're like, one of them goes, "What do you think we're doing?"
To checkers. I want to play. Can I have winner? And I offer the watermelon.
You know what, kid? I like you. Yeah, we were playing checkers. I cheated. I lost.
My turn. I can play.
Sure, but let's go play out by the city center there.
Okay.
Can I try to pick one of their pockets?
Yeah. Roll sleight of hand.
You have a plus 3.
All right. Yep. 17.
All right. So, 3 of
Swedish
the dudes.
bitch.
Hell yeah. 3 of the dudes don't notice you picking one of their pockets.
Are we still in the back? So there's only 2, or are we walking forward? So
No, you guys are
dealing
walking
with all
towards.
4.
Yeah, you guys are walking towards
Damn it! I was trying to just get past 2.
Actually, no. Yeah, no, you're just.
Because if we're around all 4,
we'll say
if
that
we're around
that
all
you guys
4,
are,
I don't want to do it.
Yeah, no, we'll
But
say
if
that
we're
you guys
just
are,
walking back with the 2, I want to do it.
Yeah, you guys are just walking back with the 2. The one who you are pickpocketing doesn't notice, but as your hand comes out of his pocket, the hand of the other one grabs your wrist.
Okay.
And he leans down to you and goes, "I wouldn't do that."
While they're preoccupied, Henry's gonna sneak off back into the alley.
Okay. So once everybody comes out, he doesn't punish you or anything. He just puts your hand back in the other guy's pocket, so you drop what you had.
I was gonna see if I could minor illusion that shit and make it seem like I dropped it back, but didn't.
Roll deception.
Because if he uses my hand, you know what I'm saying.
Oh, bet I'll roll deception. Bet! Oh, 25. It is dirty, if you were curious.
Well, he rolled a natural 3. So he believes that you did that.
Overly chalant.
Bet. I'm overly chalant this bitch. All right, so I get it.
Overly
I don't know what I
chalant.
got, but I get it.
And you pull 4 gold coins out of this guy's pocket.
Bet.
But yeah, so you guys all kind of meet back up. And Henry, you sneak back down into the alley. What are you looking for?
He just kind of noticed that they were acting weird and wanted us away from it, so I wanted to go inspect it. Henry's always curious because it feels like that's anytime there's something suspicious going on, Henry's always trying to get to the bottom of it. Obviously, he can't say anything or really problem solve because he has no context really.
Mm-hmm.
But like situationally, he's like, that's gonna help me figure out what's up here.
Okay. Yeah, so you go down there, and I want you to roll investigation.
15.
Okay. So you go down, you see where the Jam Master 65432 says hashtag Henry for the win. Shout out everybody in chat. We appreciate y'all being here. But Henry, you with that investigation, you go down. You see in the dust. You can see where the 2 guys were standing, and then you also see a little pockmark on the ground that looks like some sort of small explosion.
Is there anything besides the pockmark from the explosion? Like looking up and around, can I see any trace of like where they might have ran off to? Any track?
No, you only see the tracks going down and back.
Okay.
You do see that there were 3 sets going down and 2 sets coming back.
Henry is going to smash the cantaloupe on the ground where the pockmark from the explosion is.
Okay.
Can I just make sure, like, are we far enough away? If I would have seen Henry sneak past, I just want to make sure I keep them, like, distracted. If whatever he's doing, because I've already met him and he's slightly crazy a little bit, I just want to make sure that they are not catching on to this. So
yeah, can I roll
preface this by
perception
saying
for that
if
as
anything
well?
happens, I'm trying to like keep them busy.
Yeah. You guys can roll. One of you roll perception, the other roll insight.
Boots is unaware of this. I'm just talking to the people.
Dibs on insight.
Please, I have a neg 1 on insight.
17.
15.
Yeah, between the 2 of you, you guys know that you are far enough away that that Henry's in the clear.
Excellent.
Because I've got all 4 of them around me, so I can make a distraction, you know?
And Henry, you successfully throw a cantaloupe at the ground.
Yeah, Henry. Yeah.
There's no, like, I'm assuming there's no puzzle for me to figure out here. They're just...
No.
There's a puzzle and the cantaloupe's the key? What the fuck?
No, I'm just like, some dude just fucking disappeared back here. The smoke doesn't indicate that they used a teleportation spell or anything like that. And like,
what'd the cantaloupe indicate?
To be fair, you also didn't roll for that.
Like trying to open a trap door or some shit. I don't fucking know. What? What'd you say, Cal?
He said you didn't roll very high.
Oh, that's also true.
No, actually, I said you didn't roll for that.
Oh, for that.
For the cantaloupe?
To see if there is like a puzzle or.
Are there traces of magic? Let me roll. Like
roll Arcana.
Roll Arcana. Okay. That is a 13.
Well, lucky for you, the DC was 12. That's a teleport spell.
Okay, so I've detected a teleport spell. Hooray. I will fire off a firebolt into the cantaloupe stand.
Hold on, did you say cantaloupe stand?
Yeah, the melon stand, the cart.
You're just gonna fire off a
I'm
firebolt.
gonna blow it up.
Bet.
You
Bet.
You do that.
Okay. Yeah.
The-
So melons flying everywhere, and I kind of duck off out of the alley when I do that.
Yeah, so you guys see Ren specifically, since you know that he's back there, you see him smash a cantaloupe on the ground.
Do I
I'm
see
looking
this as
very
well?
confused.
Yes, you do.
I
And
was
then he
doing
turns
most of that for
around.
the optics, just so both of you guys know.
So
I'm not around people. Like I haven't been around a ton of people, so like this is very perplexing to me. Like, is this what humans do?
The
Like-
visuals of an old man smashing a
yeah,
cantaloupe.
so you see a
blowing up a
120-year-old man throw a cantaloupe at the
Very
ground
confused.
and then whip around with a flaming finger and just launch a fucking firebolt into the stand of cantaloupe, watermelon, and pineapple. It explodes. There's fire and fruit chunks going everywhere. And everyone roll initiative.
I'm laughing my ass off.
What
by
happened
the way.
to? We're not.
You
doing
did
Remember when we
not
said we're
that
not
time.
doing
Au
combat?
contraire.
What is my initiative?
I rolled a
11.
9.
That's a
But-
4.
Me too!
I rolled
You're
a
telling me that did not catch them off guard and let me escape?
15.
Bro, we were watching out for you. We would have
Yeah.
done that. But
Right, but you guys
that
would
being
have seen
said-
it coming. But the other guys would have been facing you. They're not looking at me.
Okay, we're gonna go around one more time and get initiatives. Ren?
13, 14, 15.
Phyllis?
9.
Henry? 4. Squanchy?
11.
11. And Boots?
9.
What's your dex?
+3.
Phyllis?
+2.
Cool. So, that is our initiative order.
As a free action, when all this fruit flies, I'd like to take out a napkin and like wipe some fruit off the guy's face.
You can absolutely feel free to do that next week, because this is where we're ending for tonight.
Good shit.
Oh.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
So, welcome to the end of our first session. Again, thank you to everybody in chat. Thanks for watching. We love you guys because you watching this means that we get to keep doing it. This will be up sometime before next Monday as a new episode of the podcast. We will also be doing Jam Master 65432 is now on team hashtag not a Henry fan anymore.
What?
But
Hashtag not a fan.
Fair.
yeah, so
Fair.
we've got
Fair. It's fair. That's a fair
I'm a-
decision to make.
I'm a huge Henry fan. I don't know about them. But...
so we've got new
Fucking
podcast
love that
episodes
shit.
going up. This will also be available on YouTube. This will probably be dropping either Thursday or Friday. If you haven't already, please throw us a subscribe on or a follow on Twitch. Subscribe to the YouTube. Let me put all the socials that we have up right now. That's not it. That's the one I needed. So all the stuff. God, hang on. There we go. Okay. Socials are on screen. Follow us at all of those things. Keep an eye out, like I said at the beginning of the show, keep an eye out for Patreon. We are on all major streaming platforms as far as podcasts go. That, I think, is pretty much it for this week. Also, keep an eye on socials for updates on merch those will be coming out sometime.
Relatively soon.
Coming
at
out,
a point.
pickles and mustard.
Pickles and mustard. But yes, thank you guys so much for watching. Lyrra will be back next week. I can't remember if the Hunt decided that they wanted to play this week or if we were waiting. I'll figure that out later and update you on social media. Boo, 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 boo.
Yeah. Have a good night, guys.
Yes, have a good night, everyone. We will see you soon.